See, I saw a girl on IG, like, was it yesterday or something, trying to explain, like, she was saying, I know people are gonna get upset because I'm gonna say this, but ladies, do not let a man take you on no coffee date, trying to give this advice, and was talking about how, if a guy was to go out with his celebrity crush, would he be taking his celebrity crush on a coffee date? And so her thing was trying to compare herself to that, like saying, I am supposed to be the girl of your dreams, so to speak. That's why you're interested. I might be the girl of your dreams. So why wouldn't you treat me at that same level or have that same level of expectation when you're planning something for us to do? Just going on a coffee date is something that is low level planning, da da da. But to me, going on a dinner date, to me, is just the same as a coffee date. That's low level planning too. I think I would be way more impressed with a guy who's going to do something that's out of the norm. So dinner dates, coffee dates to me are not something that you put a lot of effort in thinking about doing, but doing something that is totally different. Like Shan, I think one time you had explained that one of your date, I mean, you knew the guy, beforehand, but just based on your conversations, y'all, you had said you love getting massages. And so one of the dates was the fact that he got you set up with a
His and her
masseuse,
massage.
right? A masseuse. So something like that
That's
is so much.
expensive though.
Yeah, no, but I'm not saying in terms of the cost. I'm talking about in terms of the thought. Like
Yeah,
y'all
that's
had
helpful.
yeah, like y'all had conversation, and he went off of saying, "Oh,
He
this is
did.
something that she would
It was a
like."
winner. Oh, it
Right,
was a winner.
and
That was my favorite date.
That
right,
that that wasn't your first date though, was it?
That was his my first date with him.
Oh, he a fool.
but so for me, what I'm saying is not so much more the money aspect, is more so of the thoughtfulness aspect, the quality of the date. Even if it was a picnic, but we went to somewhere where there was waterfalls and like the scene was set, something that you're going to take time to think about, to plan out. You've listened based on conversation that we
See,
had
see,
previously.
I see that would be a miss for me. And let me
Mhm.
tell you why that would be a miss for me. So the his or her massage, that ain't no miss, because honey, I don't even see you no more. I just feel these hands. Um
Why he a fool?
we're talking about things of romance, like romantic things, and I've never met you before, and then I see you, and I'm not even getting that, and we're going on a romantic walk. I don't even want to be there no more. Like, if I'm checked out, like, it's beautiful,
Mhm.
but and I'll be thankful for even giving me this experience. But I think that I would advise men to save that for a woman who they know is has already had that initial contact, and they're excited, they've been talking and they're excited, and then go to that date, maybe the second one.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah,
I
if
guess
I had to vote,
the woman that you with, right? Or that you're trying to get to know based on conversation, I guess that would lead you to determine what kind of date you're gonna have. Because coffee wouldn't do it for me, not because it's just because I'm not a coffee person.
Well, coffee shops don't just sell coffee, right? It's just called a coffee shop.
Mhm.
It's more in the when your body is better. I'm going to take you to a coffee shop so you can see that they sell more than coffee. It's just called a coffee shop because there is coffee there, but they have
Uh-huh.
other things there. It's not just coffee.
Okay.
well, well, if I had to vote, I would say, and this is just my opinion, going to the movies, going
Not
out to
even that.
eat, going to coffee. I think that these aren't quality dates, right? These are fillers, because whether you go to the movies or you go to a restaurant, everything that you're doing, everybody else is doing for you, and you're just partaking in the food or you're partaking in the movie. Now, granted, you can talk about these things after the fact, and that what's helped builds the intimacy in a relationship. But my big thing is I'm always trying to do something physical. something that you actually have to get involved in. So whether it's going bowling or playing basketball or something, I want you to have to
Ice
think.
throwing.
Yeah, I want you to have to think. I want you to have to move. I want you to be invested in what it is that you're doing. Now, granted, I agree with you guys as far as the low investment and kind of get the vibes before you try to
The
make large
initial
investments,
contact, that's what I mean by that. The initial
right?
contact is really short, quick, and you set up, if you guys mutually like each other, then you set up a real date. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, yeah. So I agree. I mean, to me, that's wise. Um, but sometimes I think, when it comes to getting to know a person, you can't be like super duper logical, right? Because there need to be some level of like outside of logic when you're trying to get to know, especially when you're trying to get to know women, because it's just like if I just do everything logic based, right? I might take some of the flexibility and the vulnerability of trying to truly experience you and you experiencing me. So that's why I always go for something physical like pool or bowling, or if we're going out to eat, I'm trying to do the best that I can to pick your brain, see how you receive information and stuff like that. Because in essence, if I've been talking to you for a while, whether in person or on the phone or this and the third, I'm already picking and prodding and figuring out what kind of stuff is going on. So I do take pride in doing that because, you know, I realize that whether relationships work out or not, I don't want to be an example of more pee in the pool. I want to provide a positive experience so that even if we don't go nowhere or even if nothing happens, I don't want this to be like a sour taste that literally all guys want to do is just bite you, chew you up, and just spit you out. Like I want to listen to you because like y'all probably would say, every person that you meet isn't necessarily something that should be long term, but that don't mean that this isn't a viable connection and that you can actually talk to this person and actually learn something and then go on about your business if that's what you choose. um so I tend to really take my time, and I do listen to you ladies, even though I give you a lot of pushback, especially you mistaken. You be my mortal enemy and I don't be wanting you to win, but but I have to admit that some of the things that you guys have said, it has stuck in me a little bit. So I am trying to be a lot more careful about my interactions.